So here it is, the acrylic LED blue light special, which I made a video a while back when I first got it, of all the stuff that would need to be corrected in order for it to be functional as a guitar. And now it is. It stays in tune nice, and I'll go through all the stuff that I did to it. We'll start here and work our way down. So locking tuners, courtesy of my buddy John. Thank you. Very good tuners, go, toe, something like that. Made a new nut. Made that out of tusk. Felt like I only needed one string guide. The angle on these two is pretty cool. Pretty just about right. You don't want to have too shallow of an angle, but with the locking tuners, it brought it down a lot, so it give you more of a steep angle. If you have it too flat, it tends to buzz at the nut. No good. But the nut was, yeah, that one was busted up part of the top of the fretboard there when I took it off, but it was just cut weird, so, and glued in there really good. But new nut. Anyway, and pretty good. I don't know if you know how to set your nut. Typically what I do is hold down on the 4th fret and give it a little tap and give it a little look. Should be just tapping in there if you can hear it. So if it's not, if you don't hear that little kink, 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 then it's touching down on it and the nut is cut too deep. So you don't want to have it too high, because then everything here will be out of tune. And if you have it too low, it'll buzz like crazy, which this doesn't. It sounds pretty good. And didn't have to do anything with the lights. The lights, only thing is, as I showed you before, the lights are, let me shut this off for a second. The lights are in the body and in the fretboard, which is pretty cool, which is why I got it in the first place. But it's a you know, Strat knockoff, rip-off, whatever. But no resistor in line with the lights, so they're full blast 9-volt battery. It was so bright you couldn't really even look at it. So instead of doing it the right way, adding correct resistor in there, which I eventually probably will do, but for now I just use a dead battery. If I have a battery that dies, like in my Godin, or an active guitar, there's still enough juice in it to power these things and not blind you, you know. So they look cool, or in my opinion, but they're not crazy bright where you can't stand looking at it. Because it's nice when you're playing in the dark, in a dark lit gig or something, and gives you a little bit of a illumination for the fretboard. But if it's the full blast battery, you can't even look at it, so it might as well be in the dark. So that didn't change anything here really. Switch is the same. It works pretty good, so I didn't bother changing it. Changed all the pickups, which I'm not crazy about these anyway, but in this guitar, but the other ones were, you know, stock garbage pickups. These are lace sensors, silver silver, gold, and DiMarzio. Um, Air Norton. So, I mean, they're good pickups, but not exactly the sound I want out of this. So anyways, what else? I moved the knobs down and got the left-handed ones red, but they're super slippery, so I get the little rubber ring on there. Switch for the light hasn't changed. Put a little plug in that hole because I can't play with the knob right there. My hand is right there and it doesn't work. So down go the knobs, away goes one of the tone, master tone, master volume. That's all you need. Oh, I found, yeah, these are the risks you run when you get these knockoff guitars. The bridge was offset, set incorrectly and way offset over to the left this way. And so what I did was I got some offset saddles and moved it over, so now it's nice and lined up right down the neck. It's good, but a weird problem to solve, and especially you lefties when we get these guitars, because just if you're anything like me, you've been playing left-handed guitars, you find that there's not as good a selection, and you end up making do with lesser guitars. But this one ended up working out pretty good. So I think it was $300 for the guitar when I got it. I actually paid a guy, I think it was $120 to level the fretboard and crown and polish, because they were all over the place. But now it's pretty good. It's not. It's pretty good. Anyway, so that's 420 up to, right? Tuners my buddy gave me, so, but those would have been at least another 100. Pickups, I don't know. These are usually, I think, 70 bucks or so a piece. Let's say all three of them. So that's another 210. So what are we up to? 610, something like that. I lost track. But anyway, so give or take 600 bucks. You got a decent guitar. Weight it's 12.5 pounds, which is ridiculous, but if you can hold it, play it, it feels really good. It's got a cool sound. Very spanky. So what else did I do to it? Back here I took the springs off and blocked the bridge. I said I was going to change the tone block, but that was another thing. I wanted to get a Floyd Rose makes a replacement for this type of bridge, which is pretty cool, but I'm not even going to bother giving you the name of it because they don't make it left-handed. I think the only thing you can get from Floyd Rose left-handed is Floyd Rose Original, which is a great bridge, but they have a lot of other cool stuff unavailable to us weirdos. So make and do. Just blocked it. If I used a regular strap bridge, this is the knockoff. I believe the thread stripped out of that almost immediately. It's just crappy metal. But if we had a better tone block and a better bridge, I can't stand this type of bridge anyway, so I'm just slamming it and locking it in. If you know, the Strat type of bridge has that bevel on the front, so if you want to lock it down flat, locking these screws down flat does not work because it ends up raising the bridge a little. So you gotta tighten down and then let them off, I don't know, 3/4 of a turn or something like that, and then it flattens out pretty good. But I got them fairly tight and I got it blocked, and I got the action down with the saddles, so it's basically one or the other. But it's not going anywhere, and I left one spring on just for grounding probably, yeah. There's really no other reason to have that spring there but just to make sure everything is grounded still. And it's pretty much it. So for about 6 something, get a usable guitar. It looks really cool. When you're playing and you got this glowing guitar, it's pretty neat. So that's it. So I guess it's worth it. It's not total junk. It's maple. It's not nothing special, but the fret edges were actually decent. Better than a different guitar that I bought recently, brand new. $1,000 guitar had sharp edges, which in this area, in the Northeast here, it gets pretty dry in the winter, and the fretboard, especially these unfinished maple ones, tend to shrink up a little bit, and so you might get some sharp edges when that happens. But if you do, you just take a nail file like that, and guys will tape them off and stuff. But if you go easy and you just feel the resistance, you can clean them up really nice without damaging the fretboard. I mean, it's not really going to do much anyway, other than just kind of shave it off a little. And if anything, it'll round off your the edge of your fretboard up top here, and it'll make it more comfortable for wrapping your thumb. So sand away, but mostly you feel it on this side. If you play with your thumb over, I tend to feel it, up here when I'm playing, just because the way my hand works in there, whatever. But yeah, nail file takes care of that. Easy, fast, and then when spring rolls around and it moistens up again, you got they're set right in there nice and swell back up, and different neck adjustments and all that fun climate change stuff. So yeah, there you go. Was worth it, I believe. It's a cool guitar. I'm going to keep it for a while for sure. All right, see you.